My loves. Welcome, welcome. I hope this is finding you in health and happiness. Uh, so, if you're new here, my name is Joey. I'm an energy channel and an intuitive. So, I really was just feeling like this energy of getting a reading out, how I do. And I felt like I wanted to pull a couple cards from my Beyond the Myriad deck for me personally, but beforehand, but I'm feeling like this is very much part of the collective. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of activations today for various people. Whenever this is finding you, this is timeless, okay? But specifically right now, it is April 11, 2025 in the Northern Hemisphere. Um, but there's a lot of activations coming through. I had Earth Star Chakra, I had Heart Chakra, and I also had Third Eye Chakra that I pulled. So it's very much, I feel like, a sense of coming into like a grounded state of love and being able to see things clearly. Um, I also, the fourth card that I had pulled is Harmonic Flight. So I feel like there is just this sense of healing the dissonance that maybe has accrued over retrograde, Venus and Mercury, but also just the dissonance that we have felt about other people, perhaps like as we've been working through, because that's all the other people really are for us, our mirrors, projections. And while, you know, uh, the things that you see about them may also be somewhat true, it's also a reflection of yourself. So I feel like there is just a sense of healing the dissonance, with your relationship with yourself and seeing karmic partners and people that we've manifested that maybe, less than pleasant to deal with as amazing tools, seeing those as our best catalyst to really look at ourselves and to see ourselves in a true light. And, when you shine love and light on that, that is when the real growth happens, okay? But similarly, I do see this as being a manifestation for someone coming in. Like, this is absolutely like a divine partnership, or like a twin flame, if you will. But I definitely see this as being like a really life changing connection for somebody that could potentially be coming in or that you could be in the middle of right now. Okay. And when I say that, like, this isn't to think like that this is going to be like, oh, it's all going to be like rainbows and this is my soulmate forever. No, like, the thing about being like a twin flame is that you are going to like trigger each other into growth. Like, you're going to see some heavy reflections and mirrors of yourself in the other person, or whether it be a karmic partner. This isn't just to say it's a twin flame. This is just a serious karmic connection, or a strong soulmate, or it could potentially be a twin flame. It's just someone that you are experiencing like harmonic resonance with on a soul level, that is, you guys are like making each other grow quickly. Could even be a business partner. Yeah, and it says if your plan is diverging from your original plans or is out of sync with those around you, trust in what's happening. Trust in what's happening. So it's like, and also, yeah, trust in where this path is leading you. If it is leading you, and so they're showing me too, like, how paths will cross for a while, and then we might go our separate ways. And it's like, if it's meant to be, you will link back up. Like, nothing that is truly meant for you can ever be taken away. So there is like this sense of like releasing the fear of releasing. Like, if something really is meant for you, it'll come back. And yeah, that is real love. Period. You are forging your own authentic path, and you are attracting great benefits that will benefit all beings. Great blessings that will benefit all beings. To live a spiritually and creatively self-dedicated life takes incredible strength, so trust in yourself and remember the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every action and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. Yeah, and Shodashi cleanses the soul from past hurts. Her presence indicates recovery and reclaiming of your dignity after experiences of being judged, betrayed, or criticized. Your innate being has been put down in any way, or if there's been any bullying or nastiness directed towards you, Shodashi brings healing and renewal so that you may rise above and lay claim to your innate beauty and worth. Okay, yeah. So I do feel like there is just, this is going to hit differently, you know, for different people, but I feel like there is just a sense of shifting your perspective there and like grounding. So I recommend, you know, like right now, just kind of tapping into your Earth Star chakra, which is going to be roughly between 1 to 3 feet below your actual feet. I'm not going to get into explaining the chakra system today, but just breathing into that space. If you've never accessed that before, just feel around and see if you can sense an energy center or sphere of energy below your feet, connecting to your earth and connecting to your root chakra. Just breathing in a nice brown, earthy brown color wash. I like to breathe that up from the earth into the center, into my root chakra, into my whole body. I can see myself turning into a tree. There's some birds in the branches. All right. Yeah, just like a nice grounding breath, you know? It really does wonders. So then go ahead and tap into your heart space for me. Think of maybe some really loving, happy memories. Maybe you're already there. Maybe it's an animal. Maybe it's the earth. I don't know. We all love to love, though. I don't care who you are. So, yeah, just breathe in that nice green. Maybe you see pink. I don't know. We all see different things, but I really love like a good, nice green energy for my heart chakra. Yeah, just expanding that love to all the people that we care about, expanding that love through our towns, our states, our countries, through our planet, our solar system, and beyond. To infinity and beyond. 'Cause you got a friend in me. Told you. Okay. And now I just want to take another breath and like breathe all of that juicy energy right up into our third eye chakra. If you can, I want you to pull that color wash. I want you to run through the visualizations of all the color washes, all the things that we've been visualizing. And I want you to project that into reality via your third eye. See all of this heart space energy being embodied by our friends, families, coworkers. See all of these beautiful blessings happening and coming into fruition. See that. Know that. Feel that. We're manifesting together right now. I love this. Yeah, little goosies. Y'all give me goosies. I love you. God, we're so powerful. I look down and look at magic and ritual. Period. We're having a little ritual together. Yeah. And so there is just a sense of like really, I feel like there's a sense of like not bringing this dissonance that you may have experienced or that you may have labeled, like experiences that you may have had in other relationships, or like maybe things that you have manifested, like partners you've manifested from lessons that you needed to learn in the past. Like you are not at the same place, so you don't need to worry about the same things happening, but also you have grown and you're stronger and more powerful now than you've ever been. And so I feel like there is a sense of not allowing this label of dissonance to be put on these future relationships, because you're at a place of more growth, okay? And you don't need to manifest or expect those things to happen in relationships, because when you re-examine and you really go through what you've been through already, you can sift through the wreckage and find the golden nuggets, and really elevate yourself through, so you don't have to keep manifesting those relationships in these situations. Yeah. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of. Yeah. And there is just a sense of being like new, being like yeah, like it's like this sense of rebirth and, yeah, being fresh. The Tempest of Lapis. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star people from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love based community. And I feel like that's right in alignment with what I was saying about like allowing the dissonance from like the past relationships to be lessons and to like take the gold nuggets, but not allow like the negativity and the fear of like, oh, the people are gonna hurt me again, or this isn't gonna go the way I want, like, and really uh growing through that, and then becoming into the future with more awareness and not fear, but and just love and understanding too. And I think when you understand that there is lessons to learn, like in the experiences that you have that have been tailor made for you, and when you understand that people really are just a lot of times reacting out of their own hurt and out of their own, lack of healing, it makes it so much easier to just empathize and be compassionate and to really collapse all of those victim mindset stories. I feel like it really allows us to, I feel like, step into like witness consciousness, because it's like we're witnessing ourselves through the eyes of another. And I think that's so much about like really what this is it's really realizing that our relationships, oh, I'm getting the goosies, so this is a lot of what the guys, it is literally stepping into witness consciousness and realizing that when you look at the eyes of another, and when you realize that they are also like an image of the divine, they are an image of God experiencing itself, and it's like when you want to help them, and really collapse the separation, and realize that we are all one, and we are all just trying to help each other come home to ourselves. Period. King. Yeah, you are here to be you to the fullest extent possible. Yeah, and I just feel like this, with this heart and earth star and third eye chakra and like this harmonic flight, I do feel like this is just a time to really have fun, like enjoy being a human, okay? Like this does not need to be all work, okay? Have some fun. Have some fun. Spread some joy. Spread some joy. It's literally free. It literally costs nothing. Vitality, health, and energy, baby. I told you. I told you. It's literally giving excitement. The golden unicorn. Champion, protector, and guardian. Yeah, so I definitely do feel like there is just a sense of a lot of spiritual protection right now, like, and there, this is a period of vitality, like good things happening, forward movement, like the world is starting to, pick up the pace, and I feel like energetically we're following suit. Yeah. And so for some of you, this guardian, we all have guardians in the spiritual, but I feel like for some of you, you might be viewing one of the, whoever this person is that you're in harmonic flight with, I feel like they could be one of your protectors as well. I feel like that's going to resonate for someone, but I feel like it's quite a blanket statement, but I feel like someone's going to be like, oh. Yeah. And also, it says you are integrating gifts and powers from other lifetimes. So I feel like there is, and by other lifetimes, I'm also getting like a sense of like, even from this lifetime, because so many of us are granted multiple lifetimes within this lifetime, and there are so many deaths and rebirths. So yeah, I think that follows right suit with what I was saying about picking like those golden nuggets out and really carrying them into the future, but releasing the dissonance of, you know, the situations and the relationships that it took to ascertain that wisdom, you know, and yeah, integrating that wisdom without the dissonance. Be open to what's taking place in your soul as it's awakening ancient powers and abilities within you. Yeah. And so I feel like for some of you too, like, uh, that is why it's so hard to walk away from certain relationships, because there are past life connections. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But part of that is healing the dissonance, you know, that maybe was experienced in a past life, or, you know, realizing that in this life, you know, maybe you were lovers, or maybe you did have an amazing connection in the past life, you know, but in this life you keep getting shit on and disrespected, and you're having a hard time, you know, being like, you know, why can't I just cut the cord? Why do I keep allowing this to happen? And it's because, you know, a lot of times past life connections. So I feel like what's really important is to take a hard look at maybe the role that you may be playing in it first and foremost, you know, and when that's really not the case, if you are up here, you know, and it's their turn to kind of be on the ladder of growth, then, you know, just set up those healthy boundaries, you know, because at the end of the day, a lot of times, sadly, it's you can try to lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So I find from my experience that the less that I try to force somebody to grow, and the more I'm just like, you know, this is my boundary, you know, you can do what you want, but you know, actions speak louder than words. And yeah, when you just take that energy and instead of worrying about them, keep focusing on yourself, usually there'll be a nice little rubber band effect and they'll pop along where they need to be. Okay. Maybe we'll pull a couple tarot cards. Spirit, do we have any messages following up with this? Yes. There's big plans, big changes coming, okay? And I do feel like this is like what they're talking about too, with this health and vitality. With the Two of Wands, I literally see this as being like a time of travel, and literally with harmonic flight. Okay, so this could be a relationship that you could meet this person, you know, far away. With the Two of Wands, it often is pointing to like actual like travel, physical travel overseas, or even maybe potentially a flight, you know. What's up with the Nine of Wands? Can you explain this further, Spirit? Okay, can you explain it? Yeah. I feel like this period of health and vitality and energy is coming after a period of really having your guard up, like really having your guard up. It could potentially be from someone from your, you know, a past relationship. And I feel like this is something that where you really, really felt, you know, burdened and weighed down, like you were carrying all this weight. And so I feel like this next chapter, you know, is going to be one of a lot more lightness. But similarly, you know, maybe you could be connecting, you know, with someone from your past that is going to help you take off this burden, as this is a collective reading. Yeah, so maybe there is going to be this sense of really reconnecting with like a childhood friend or someone that you haven't spoken to in a while, you know, and maybe this is your sign to really allow them to help you kind of take some of this burden off and to really alleviate some of the load that you've been carrying, and reconnect, and, you know, maybe see that it wasn't just one-sided, you know, and in the way that things were going. But, you know, this is a collective reading, okay? So don't take that as an excuse to just start going back to people who treated you like shit, you know, like use your intuition, use your discernment, use your discernment, use your discernment, use your discernment. Okay. Oh, the Two of Cups, yeah. Cause so I feel like this was like a a very beneficial, very powerful connection. You know, but sometimes like we in even in the most divine connections, sometimes, you know, we need time to like go our own separate ways, you know, and time to really fill up our own cups and to get our own priorities straight, you know, for various reasons. You know, people drift apart for many different reasons, and sometimes energetically it's just not where we need to be. So I feel like there is again like this sense of almost releasing judgment on the self of like what you should be doing, you know, how you should be looking at things, and really kind of almost re-examining everything. There is this sense of just re-examining everything. Yeah. Because I feel like there is just a buried layer of grief for somebody. Somebody's got a buried layer of grief that they're holding on to. Maybe you blamed this other person. Maybe you blamed this other person more than you should have, you know, for the dissonance that you were feeling instead of looking within. That's a potential for somebody. But I feel like there is very much there is a lot to be gained in this connection. I just feel like this is very much like a wish fulfillment energy, like this connection. But I feel like everything has been playing out. Well, I know everything has been playing out exactly as it's meant to, you know, and sometimes the divine has some wonky ass plans for us, and it doesn't, you know, look the best on paper. But when it all plays out, it's just like, oh, okay, I see now. I see now. Yeah, but I very much see this as a period, and with the Page of Wands coming through, it's very much like a exuberant, like joyful, like explosive energy, and it just falls hand in hand, like with this period of vitality. Like this is going to be a period where you really are going to be reconnecting with your joy and your heart chakra. I feel like the heart chakra is really, yeah, the heart chakra is really going to be popping off, and I feel like it's because there's going to be more satisfied inner child from you in this next chapter. I feel like your inner child is really going to start seeing more shifts from the magic that you've been putting out, and I feel like they already are, but I feel like over the next few weeks you're really going to start to feel like the magician of your life. Yeah. And with the King of Wands coming through. So that just completely solidifies that for me. Like a lot of the things that you've been calling in are going to like physically, it's happening. It's happening. Um, and I feel like not only is it happening, but like it's going to be physically received. Yeah. So also there's Leo energy coming through. Yeah. Leo energy coming through. Definitely someone could be receiving financial abundance with the Page of Pentacles coming through here. And I also see this as being, you know, this next chapter is going to be one where you really realize how strong you really are as a manifester and just as a person in general. But there, and I'm seeing too, like, it's like a sense of people looking up to you. I feel like there are going to be people that look up to even more so than what they already do because of the things that you've called in and because of the way that you're able to work with the divine and with the universe. And I genuinely believe that this is going to bring you this summer, especially for almost all the people that are going to be aligned with this message, is going to be one of very high like emotional bliss and fulfillment. It's just it's beyond contentment. It's like I'm feeling like an energetic high that is like going to be like and I can hear like a high vibrational singing in my ear, and it's just like that feeling when you're like I don't know, bliss is the only word that I could describe it as. Yeah, that's what I feel right now. I just seen the Six of Wands. Ooh, I just literally, I had said I seen the Six of Wands poking out. I'm just gonna, right here. Flew out. Okay. And what else? The Ace of Swords. Truth bearing. Yeah, and that is it's going to be the end of this fucking self-imprisoned, like this. I almost feel like some of you have been taking the hermit thing too far, but also like there is this sense of like you've been calling in things for a while, and I feel like some of you are starting to actually see them, but I feel like some of you, and don't get me wrong, this is for me too, okay? So some of the things, that we be calling in, we're not fully seeing them yet. And I'm telling you, baby, they are coming in. It's changing your focus, okay? And not only that, but it's just this sense of divine timing, okay? Like, I'm just so excited for us. This is going to be a really, really beautiful year. And yeah, I'm excited to witness these surprises with you. I hope you guys are sharing your blessings with me because I love, 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 love to hear them. And I love you guys. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Any final messages for this crowd spirit? Expect, baby. Expect. The energy's been sent. Yeah, don't quit stressing. Literally. And I'm feeling like they're like showing me in my mind's eye like a victory pose. Like those victory pose. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna leave it on victory pose. All right. I love you.